What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? And welcome. If it's your first time viewing, welcome back. If you're returning, I'm the Nappy Dreamer. That's supposed to be Kia Blaine,
I'm
and we
Kia
are the
Blaine. Can you
Melanin
hear me?
Mindset.
You can hear me.
I can
Can you
hear you.
hear me?
See you.
Okay,
Yes.
so my whole camera and my light just fell over. I'm fixing it. I'm still here though.
Oh, okay. I was about to say because that's supposed to be Kia Blaine, and we is the Melanin Mindset. I was about to have a whole attitude. Okay. I didn't even put the
I
border
was like,
on
but I
because
was so
I'm
mad
like,
you
oh no no
couldn't
no no
hear me.
no.
You couldn't hear me scream. I was like, friend, the whole camera fell.
I was about to say we cannot be into this tonight, y'all. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't have no face beat tonight because I just wasn't with it. And here we are. So let me go ahead and put the border on. If you
Okay.
haven't already subscribed to the Melanin Mindset, locate us out there on YouTube, the Melanin Mindset. Find us on Facebook, the Melanin Mindset. We are on Twitter as well as Instagram, Melanin Mindset _ and then we're out there on TikTok cutting up at the Melanin Mindset. All right. So make sure you have plugged in with us each and every outlet. Turn on those notification bells because then you will be amongst the first to know each and every time that we go live. Friend, that's a good recovery then in that case if your whole everything fell
I
over.
mean, it was like,
I'm just
I don't
saying.
know if the earth tipped really heavy on its axis because all my stuff just slow motion fell over.
Listen. All right. So look. Okay. So last week, before we dive into this, last week, because I said something to you yesterday. Was it yesterday? We weren't together yesterday. It was before that. Either way, I
We were
said something to you
definitely
about
together yesterday. We were together in Orlando yesterday. We were in a whole other city yesterday.
I was in a whole other state
You were in
yesterday.
a whole other
Okay?
state yesterday. Yes.
Just
Yeah.
yesterday. All right.
Yesterday.
So when we ended last episode, right, you had made a comment.
Oh yeah, and you said you wasn't
And
doing this with me.
I wasn't fooling with you. Okay. Um,
Hi everybody. Thanks for the shout outs.
hey y'all. And so I got better understanding for any viewers who may have been watching last week and you heard our comment at the end. We want to go ahead and don't be laughing at that jump, bro, because it came off real bad, but it ended really well. So um we're gonna explain that piece and then we're gonna dive into this week. You wanna do that?
Yeah. So basically we were talking about gatekeeping. And I guess our conversation just kind of went on back and forth. It's like, is it good or is it bad? Like, I feel like it's one of those moral questions that you're like, yeah, but, it seems bad, but. So I said, gatekeepers are the anti-gentrifiers. So we all know that gentrification is when another, usually more affluent community imposes its the designs and how their businesses on a lower income community. So that's what we can say is gentrification. Like you go in and you basically make the new environment not affordable for the people who were originally there. So when I say that gatekeepers are the anti-gentrifiers, it's because they've kept everybody out of except for who they wanted to in a certain or category. So say like the way let's say dancing. What's the dance called? Like where in India? It's a certain name for that type of style of dance and TV, but I don't know. But let's just say like a certain type of Indian
Bollywood.
dance. Yeah, Bollywood. Like the way they dance in the Bollywood films and stuff like that. Like Bollywood, I have never seen. I don't know, y'all could correct me. I have never seen any other culture do those dances but Indians. So they have gatekeeped on that. That is their thing, like that. So they have consistently kept out the gentrification of others doing their dances. So that was what I meant by that. The gatekeepers, and when it comes to art forms, are preserving the origins of the art form.
Got it. Message received.
Yeah.
All right, friends. So now that we got that out the way, what we talking about tonight?
Oh, so tonight, well, the title, was a little. I'm pretty sure y'all like, oh Lord, friends with benefits.
That
So I
part.
know we've all heard this term, but that's not exactly the angle we're going. What we really want to talk about is, can we actually just be friends and we're the opposite sex. And then what does that look like, and how it affects other relationships within your life. So
Oh, first thing, we got this topic from a viewer. So kudos to you, viewer,
yes, it
out
was a
there.
viewer who said we should talk about this.
Right. And I had to go back and look up the name too. It was her name's Antonia. So shout out
Oh,
to
okay.
Antonia, y'all. Shout out to her.
Okay, Angelia, thanks for
Let's
the
give it up.
topic.
Yes.
So
So feel
you
free to
give
keep
us a
those
topic.
topics coming.
Yeah. So you give us a topic and we dissect it and probably go way further than you were thinking when you were initially. So I hope you're watching or you watch this later on so that you can see how we unpack this. So all right, so let's first of all talk about how friendships between people of the opposite sex usually start. So you got your male female friends who have been friends since they were in diapers, right? They grew up
Facts.
together. The mama and your mothers were friends, or your mothers were neighbors or co-workers or whatever. And two kids ended up always being together and they grew up together. Now there's a lot of situations like that where it's like, he's been my friend since we were 5. He's been my friend since we were in daycare. We've been friends since we were in diapers.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we're adults and we're dating and things like that, like how does that friendship look? Okay, black men don't cheat. Is he saying that as a topic? Is that a topic we should talk about?
I don't know, but let's unpack it. I'm down to
Mm-hmm.
unpack that one because I'm
Yeah,
a
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
huh.
yeah.
But we're talking
Um,
about friends with benefits tonight.
yes.
Yeah. How do those? You like you said, they start off as like my parents were friends, and or we were
Mm-hmm.
in the same neighborhood, and when we was little, we had to play outside. Yeah, you had to
Yes.
be inside when the street lights came on, but your behind was outside until they did.
And you
Okay,
made friends with whoever else was outside too.
that part. So if you out
Yeah.
there with a kickball, you probably gonna be playing with the boys. It just is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so but that's a fact. A lot of male friends definitely stem from either school relationships. We've been in school
Yeah.
together all the time, or yeah. Now you got me thinking, like yeah, for real. Like we was in school for a while
Yeah. The
together.
girl
And that's
next door, church.
right.
If you were in any type of sport, you got the football players and the cheerleaders, those they create friendships. But then like did how when did you decide that it was just a friendship and nothing more in adult cases? I'll give myself as an example. I have always
Yeah,
been the girlfriend to a bunch of guys. I have had the insight on guys for a long time because for some reason they trust me. And I understand, like I think I'm a trustworthy person. You can tell me stuff and I'm either gonna give you constructive criticism or probably forget what you told me in a few weeks anyway. So
a few minutes. What do you mean a few weeks? Don't ask me tomorrow. Like don't ask me
yeah, I'd be
tomorrow.
like, yeah, oh, you did tell me that, didn't you? Yeah. But I have always had male friends. I'm gonna say 10 years, 10 to maybe 10 years. I'm gonna say the last 10 to 12 years of my life, I have had some really good female friends, but it is a totally new thing for me. All of my best friend in the past was a guy. So shout out to Daniel. Daniel was bestie,
1 second.
and I had one female friend, and though we were besties, and there was never ever not once was there ever cross the line, think about dating, I got feelings for you, not for me anyway, and he never expressed anything like that to me, so it was a genuine friendship.
I've got the same type of story. I guess I got
Yeah.
to give a shout out too. Shout out to Juan.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was friends with him from middle school all the way up through high school. And I haven't spoken to him in a little bit, but I'm telling you, anytime he hits my phone, he's like, sis. And that's how
Yeah.
we commute. That's how we engage. And there, I can't say that on the internet. I was not physically attracted to him. There we
Okay.
go.
There
He
you
was
go.
sincerely a friend. Like
Yeah.
I mean, no parts of him was attractive to me at all, like that.
It was a friend.
Now, crazy
And
thing, he did
I'm good for being like, there was this one time, and I'm like, there really never was. And
not a single time.
Dan was actually an adult friend. We became friends as adults at work.
Mm.
And I was I married already? Yes, I was already married. And there was never, I don't know, now I'd have to ask my husband if he ever had like in the back of his mind a little, I don't know about this, but we've never dealt with anything being uncomfortable, or I didn't like that, or I didn't like this. It was always just respect and love.
Whole facts, whole facts. Juan went to church with us. Like he used
Yeah.
to come to my dad would drive and pick him up for us to go to church. But he
You
was
guys in the
sincerely
comments, tell
my
us about
friend.
your friendships or friendships that you know y'all keep us going. Y'all got a comment for us.
Yes, comment down below. Have you been in that situation before? And
Yeah.
so, yeah, like I mean, like I was saying, my dad would go pick him up for church. He used to come out and engage with us at church and stuff like that, or be over chilling and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like literally, he was at my wedding.
Yeah.
He was at my wedding. So it's
Yeah.
just like there's nothing about that relationship that was more than platonic.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot to paste it in there, but I'm gonna give them the definition of that because y'all know we like a good definition around here.
Okay.
So
Yes.
let me grab that. I didn't paste it. Platonic.
Mm-hmm.
You
I'm
got something
thinking
to
about,
say?
like, I'm looking at the other things we have down in our notes. And it's funny because, like, I feel like when it's a genuine friendship, like, none of these other things ever come up because you're just friends. But
Right.
for the sake of argument and continuing on conversation, let's dive in.
Right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So the definition of platonic, it says intimate and affectionate, but not sexual.
Mm-hmm.
So, in other words, like I care about you, I love you, I share deep secrets with you, but
Yes.
I don't have
If
any
you're
of that
hurting, you can cry
sexual.
on my shoulder and vice
Right,
versa. Yeah,
right.
we
So,
can be vulnerable with each other, but that doesn't mean that we're not in a, what was the what it say? Without,
it says without sexual. Hold on.
yes,
Yeah, without sexual. Oh, it says but not sexual.
not sexual. Yes.
Right.
It doesn't have to include that to be a friendship or have intimacy or vulnerability and closeness.
Facts.
Yeah.
So let's look at this first point on here. We already established how did it happen, but like, friend, did those people ever? Did you ever have to be like, "Ooh, we're friends," or did it just organically take place?
It
Like,
just
did,
organically took place. Like
because one of the comments. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, like I've never, I feel like if I had to say, you know, we just friends, it's because in the back of my mind, I'm either thinking something more or you might be, or I think you're thinking more.
Mm,
So I feel like if I had to shoot my shot, like, yo, let's be friends, it's like because either I'm thinking it or or I think you're thinking it. So I have to
mm.
vocally say, yeah, yeah, you know, we just friends, right? So if that's the case, then were we really friends? Like why did you feel the need to define that?
Right. It's almost like you felt like you had to friend zone them. And you can
Hmm.
only friend zone someone who's trying to be more than that friend zone.
That part.
So the
Oh.
person, yeah, you can only friend zone a person who's trying to go beyond the friendship
Hmm.
boundary. And
Yeah.
it's like, have you ever looked at a guy and a girl together and they were like, "Oh no, we're just friends," and you was like, "Bull."
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You got an
And my
example?
answer to that was like, because I know what friendship look like, and this ain't it. This is more. I don't know what this is. Y'all need to work that out.
I'm so done. I'm so done. I don't know that I could say I have looked at a guy and a girl, and like you said, I know what it looks like. So I know what my relationship looked like with my male friend, and
Hmm.
then it's like looking at these other relationships. I'm like, okay, tell me again.
Hmm. Hmm.
You said you're what? And
But you know me, I'm the type of person that if that's what you tell me, I'm gonna believe you, unless you my kids, because I know when they lying. But if you tell me that this is just your friend, I'm be like, oh, okay. I'm gonna take it at face value. Now, in the back of my head, or when I get on the phone with my friend or in the bed with my husband, I'm gonna be like, they, you know, they lying, right?
right, you know
But
this.
I'm not gonna like out be like, you know, if that's what you want to take, that's what you say. You say, okay, I believe you.
All right, so then that comes to the next point, and I want to talk about this because this is something she gave us, which is setting those clear boundaries. If you're just my friend, do I still have to set those boundaries necessarily?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was
don't play
saying.
around like slapping my butt because he not gonna like that. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna lie to you. I have definitely slapped your butt before, and I don't think my husband is intimidated by that.
Yeah. What? That who slaps your butt?
I said if your friend slaps your butt,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
So I said I know
I
between
don't
you and
think I don't know.
huh?
I don't know. I don't if your friend of the opposite sex slaps your butt.
Right. And so that's where the separation comes in because I know I've
Yeah.
slapped your butt. I think I
And
slapped
I,
your butt this
yeah.
past weekend. And I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
my
yeah.
husband cared. But
And neither nor did mine.
so would
Hmm.
if it was a male friend and he did that, is it gonna be misconstrued or taken
Yes,
differently?
it is. Yes, it is. It is absolutely going to be like, what the fuck is that? Yes. It is. People always thought my best friend and I were dating until they found out he was gay. Why did it take that though? Like, why did it take that? Like, oh, he's homosexual. Oh, okay. Now, oh, okay.
Ooh. I'm gonna tell you
Mm-mm.
right now, me and my husband had this conversation, and there are some guys who like other guys, but boobies are boobies to them. Like
Oh
if
no,
they
it was the guy, it was the comedian,
what
Darren
was that?
Fleet did it. Darren
Yeah,
Fleet. He said, he's talking about something. I don't know why y'all keep thinking it's okay to get undressed in front of me because I'm gay. He's talking about I like titties.
right. And
He's
me and
talking
my I think I talked to you about it too, Fred.
about,
Where it was in reference to that. It's like, bro, just because he likes guys does not mean he does not like boobs.
yeah,
I'm just
I
saying,
don't know.
gay or straight or otherwise, it does not matter. You know,
Yeah, because what we're trying to address is how does your partner feel about it? Whichever way they go, it's just the fact that the other person is the opposite sex. Because I also would love to know about if I have a girlfriend who is a homosexual, would my husband or boyfriend feel some type of way?
friend.
Right?
That's what you were trying to say? Oh, all right. So we don't talk out entirely what we're going to discuss. We kind of throw comments or thoughts at each other just to
Yeah.
get into the vibe of the show. Girl, our your husband is viewing. Would your husband feel a type of way? Jimmy, please let the people know how you
Yeah.
would feel if your wife's quote unquote best friend was a lesbian
Yeah.
and
Like,
Kia was her type.
yeah, and you notice that the girls she be dating look very similar, act similar. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Would that be a
He
problem?
probably sitting over there going, I don't know.
Like, don't get Jimmy started. I don't know why I called him out. But all right, when it comes down to staying over each other's houses, right? So I would sleep in the bed with you. I would get in the bed, I'd climb up in the bed, probably lay across you or push you off the bed. However, but if I have a male friend and is that allowed? Am I allowed to sleep over my male friend's house? And if we
Now
sleep in the same
see,
bed, do
I
we have
feel
to
like
be
I feel like this is probably these type of boundaries, I guess, would be set between you and your significant other. I don't know. Like, who do you set them boundaries with?
it would have to be your friend because if it's my friend and I'm used to sleeping over all the
No, but
time,
I'm saying, where does the initial talk about boundaries? Like, if you dating somebody, be like, listen, I just want to let you know I have a best friend and he's a male. We are very close. I feel like the initial conversation would be between you and who you're dating versus between you and your friend.
why? Because I tell my friend everything.
But if you and your friend are genuine friends, you ain't gonna think about it until you start dating somebody.
Okay, so what if we flipped it around and it was us, right?
Hmm.
What if we, oh, wait, hold on. It says, I'm a true believer of inviting your significant other into your world. If you can't, are these opposite sex friends really? Ooh, Stan,
Yeah.
give me a second. I'll leave that one up there, friend.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, wait, I lost it. Okay,
so,
here.
but
Hmm.
yeah, if it were me and my husband, which is hilarious because my husband does have a very, very close female friend, and it just worked out because she did hair, I do hair.
Hmm.
I would do her hair, she would color my hair. She and I we started talking more than he and her were talking anymore.
Yeah.
But she was also married. You get what I'm
Uh huh.
saying? So
Yeah.
it was so weird because to other people like, oh, that's his good friend, and they're
Yeah,
like,
they be like, "Oh, couldn't be me." You know, people with they couldn't be me. Yeah, bitch, you
quick
know it couldn't be you because you ain't got no man. But besides from
friend.
that,
Y'all, I need a beat button for Kia. My
something
finger
sound like
don't
a
be
whip.
fast enough. Golly. All right,
Mm,
so Stan, I agree 100%, and it kind of ties into what I just said, like where my husband's good friend was a girl, and it was all right because
yeah,
she never acted strange. That's the thing; you can pick up on a vibe. Like she
yeah,
never acted weird. I used to go over her house and be sitting in her living room. I stopped by her house without my husband. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
it was just like that. It's clear. I think when it comes to this actual conversation, whether they can or can't, I think it's super evident when they're not.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's evident when they're not. Like things will feel weird, situations will be awkward, and that's true because if I can't invite you into the world
Mm.
with me, or if you feel a type of way about me getting married or having a husband or anything like that, then clearly we're not just friends. Would there have been a problem if she was single? So Linda, I'm gonna go out.
Your face was like,
I had to process, friend. All
yeah,
right, so
because
Linda, if she was single, I don't know if she acted the way she acts now. I'm gonna say no, there wouldn't have been a problem.
mm-hmm,
If it was still that same type of vibe, no. But if the vibe was different, we got problems.
mm-hmm.
I think it really just depends on how the feeling or the room is when you go in. Y'all know that feeling I'm
Yeah,
talking
you
about.
know the feeling. You know,
You know what I'm
and what
talking about.
what woman did say, you think your man cheating on you? That's how you know. Like
How
you
you
have
know if he cheating? You think he cheating?
you
Then he
feel
is.
or see things. I don't know. Like I do feel like sometimes there is more of a, and it's not so much with your partner, but you would be thinking like that single person. You don't know. Well, you don't know what she thinking, or
I don't
or
know.
how
Like
she feel.
to this day, I don't know what she was thinking or how she felt, but at the same time, when I would be around her, it was always sincere. It wasn't
Mm,
it's just I don't know. I feel like you can really feel that vibe shift. If you're in tune, you can feel that vibe shift. Like I could
mm-hmm,
tell when a girl is looking at my husband versus just smiling at my husband because my husband's a very welcoming individual, okay?
mm-hmm.
So you can tell I don't know, I can tell the difference, or at least I think I can. If I can't, then well, 6 years
Yeah.
gone. What about you,
So
friend?
I don't know. Cause I was gonna, so like how, let's say, because I had a client, then I'm gonna get to that story, but I'm gonna ask the question first. Like, you're right, me and you have been friends, we're opposites, we've been friends all our life, we're very, very close. Now you're dating someone, you and the person get very close. Now you all are about to marry, but she doesn't like me, and I'm the friend. So, like, what happens? Am I supposed to cut off my friend who's been my friend, been there for me all my life, through all our hardships? But now, because I'm about to marry, who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with, doesn't like the person who's been with me thus far, do I cut off my friend? Or is that person really for me if they want me to cut off such a big part of my life?
Bruh, that's a good question. Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
that's a
What y'all
loaded
think? Come
question.
on, y'all got to comment. Y'all got to
Yeah,
answer.
comment down below and let us know. By the way, if you haven't already hit that share button, please go ahead and hit that share button for us, and share it with someone you care about because we really would love some more perspective on how this would work out. So he says, cut them off. Y'all, this is my husband, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
He said, cut them off. Listen, I'm not going to say I cut off necessarily the primary male friend that I had so much as I altered it and it fell off.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the best way to put it. I altered it
So you
and it
may need to
fell off.
alter how close, how often, all of that jazz.
And see if they stick. Now, if I hear from him, he still hit me. I call this joke a booger. That is
Mhm.
literally how he saved in my phone, booger.
Mhm.
And so it's
Yeah,
just
people
like,
are saved. There's a lot of interesting things in your phone, but
shut
that's
up.
another conversation for another time.
But yeah, it's like if he were to reach out to me, he would be like, "What's good, sis?" And one of the first people he asked about is how my husband is doing. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's
Mhm.
definitely platonic. Or if he's dealing with some crazy female, he's like, "Am I wrong for?" I am
Yeah.
literally his
Yeah.
checker.
Am I wrong
That's it.
for? Yeah.
Am I wrong for? Or
Mhm.
I think she, maybe she. Do you think she? You know, like those.
Yeah.
That's how that would go. And it's in the daytime. It's fair hours. I mean, I definitely went above and beyond to make sure that I made this evidently clear that it was just
Mhm.
my friend. And I'm like, I'm not calling, I'm not texting, I'm not doing none of that. But I didn't just automatically stop. It's not like that. It was just a matter of I just adjusted it. Like, all right, so I'll answer when I'm with him, but I'm making sure you know I'm with him, that I
Yeah.
can't talk right now. You know, I'm not talking to you after whatever time it is because that's not respectful to him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's
Mhm.
something that I'm adjusting,
Yeah,
but
and
I'm
I
not
mean, I feel
cutting
like
him
that's
off.
with anything. You got to do that with your family and everything.
Right,
That
right, right,
you
right.
have to adjust certain things because now there is a new relationship in your life that is most important. You know?
Right. And then you got to prioritize because it's like
Yeah.
not necessarily cutting them off, but I don't think they would be wrong. Your spouse would be wrong for saying what my husband just said, which was cut them off. But I don't think they would be wrong for that necessarily.
I
Like,
feel I guess if the friendship was like more so consuming that we're
right,
unable to connect. Yes.
right. You got to make a decision. Whose relationship is more
And
important to you?
that's with every relationship in your life because sometimes it could be some mother-daughter relationships that's so toxic to your partner or your relationship. Um but yeah, I was going to share the story of the
Oh, go
girl.
ahead. Sorry. Go ahead,
Okay.
girl.
So I had a client, and this was actually a new client to me. This was actually the first time we met. She was supposed to get her hair done for the wedding. It was 3 o'clock. The wedding was at 7. The hairdresser canceled on her at like 1 something and said she wasn't gonna be able to do her hair. And then so she was at the hair store and the lady from the hair store, connection. She was like, "Can you do her?" I'm like, "Cool, yeah, send her over." And so she says she's telling me the story about how the bride does not like her, but she is the groom's best friend. And they've been friends since elementary school. But she's like, this lady really does not like me. She got all her family talking reckless to me and coming for me. So my question to her was, why are you even in the wedding? Why are you even in the wedding?
Right.
And she was like, because my friend wants me to be in the wedding. But I'm like, if he's really in love with her and you really want him to be happy, because right now what you're doing is causing them to be unhappy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, why is it so important to you to say, be in the wedding or do whatever if you know that it's causing your friend more headache in his relationship that apparently he love her? Yeah, it's the wedding day. And then
That
come to
part.
find out, the hairdresser still did everybody else in the bridal party but her. So it sounded like a setup. Like the girl really did not want her in the wedding. So she was like, she probably maybe it was her hairdresser friend, and she told her don't do her hair. And then this girl had to find somebody to do her hair at the last minute, which was me. Which good for her because I bet you she look better than everybody there because I'm good at what I do. But anyway,
And
but
is
But yeah, so it was like, wow, I don't know what I would do in that situation. And then I also was wondering, like I said, this was somebody who was the first time. They're like, maybe you do like him more than you say. Maybe she got reason to feel threatened because I don't understand. If she felt
why are
that
you
threatened,
being
I would be.
persistent?
Why are you being so persistent to be in the wedding and do all of this, child? I'd have showed up for 5 minutes, had me a couple drinks at the bar, and left.
That part. If it was an open free bar.
Yeah,
So
if it was a free bar.
if it was free. If it wasn't free, you're not getting my coins. All right,
Mhm.
y'all. So if you didn't already know, we are brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. We're going to give you the opportunity. It's going to be about 30 seconds, maybe 45, for you to go ahead and hit share on this live. So that way, when we get back from our break, we will have some more feedback. Drop down in below. Can guys and girls simply just be friends? And when you're in a relationship, does it have any effect on you having friendships with the opposite sex.
Mhm.
Yes, y'all, will be right back, y'all. Stay tuned. What's good, Mindset family? The Melanin Mindset is thrilled to announce we are the newest brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. Dianu Apparel is a black-owned apparel company that offers trendy African-inspired prints in each and every garment. They're offering our listeners 15% off their purchases just by using promo code Melanin Mindset. There's something for him, there's something for her, and there's even something for the kids. So head right over to dianu.com using the description link down below, or just simply enter Melanin Mindset at checkout and save today. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you so much for hanging with us. If you just saw the commercial, we are, let me catch my breath. Dang, friend. Let me catch
You do that. We are brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. You can visit their website. They have African inspired apparel for all sizes, from children to adults. Plus size too, that fits very well. And what else should be saying? We got a code.
15%
You
off.
get 15%
Promo
off,
code Melanin Mindset.
and off of clearance and regular price. It is worth it, guys. It lasts long. It wash well. I have several pieces, and it's good stuff. Like, you get something and you just feel the quality of it. Like, oh, this is not from, and not throwing no shade. But I'm saying, those stores that's at the end of the mall with the supermarket. It's not from one of them. Like, you can tell it's of good quality. So check them out.
Oh.
By the friends feeling entitled. I know that. I know this because the
Yeah.
level. Yes, and let me tell you, not to change the subject, but not even just
Hold
friends.
up. Wait. Can we talk about the fact that my husband is contributing tonight? Can
Yes,
we give
he
it up
is.
one time for him?
Give him a round of applause.
Yes.
But
Now go ahead.
because I understand where he's coming from with this, like, so heavy, and luckily I'm not the type of wife to be like, cut that person off. But like, I was very close to it with my husband's sister, because we had a conversation and she was like, but I'm his sister. And I said, and I'm his wife. And, a lot of little words was thrown around that I can't say right now. But yeah, I was like, no, you missing the point. Y'all was like, you really missing the point, and you really feeling real extra entitled right now. And I'm getting ready to take your title away.
Listen, I'm not going to give a whole lot of specifics, but I was in a similar situation, and it was just kind of like, she's the wife. So she's going. And that's just kind of what the doctor said it. So with that, it's just like, okay.
Yes. Like, it's not even a question of no, ma'am. You're
It's
gonna
not
take
a matter of where
and
do
so
I sit.
sometimes if it is a friend who's overstepping and feeling entitled, I get that. It's like, friend, you need to chill. You need to take a seat.
Right. And or like I said, sometimes the conversations just dwindle, and it's like, all right, well, I called her like 15 times to try to figure out this relationship issue. I'm gonna call somebody else. And it's not even about having a best friend outside of your marriage that's the opposite sex. It could be any friendship in general once you get into a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if she's not available, the thing is, it works for us because of the way our husbands were working. So yeah, we get to connect a lot more often. And then our husbands like each other. So with that, it just works to our benefit. But imagine if Poe and Jimmy didn't like each other. And imagine if Poe and Jimmy worked opposite schedules that caused us to have to give them attention at the same time. You get what I'm saying? Like, would our friendship have been able to stay so strong?
Yeah.
You said yeah?
No, I get what you're saying. I don't know the answer. I'm just saying,
Right.
I understand what you're saying.
It's like, if you look at that too, like, if you don't have time for someone, it's only a matter of time before that someone falls off. And like, let's just be clear. If I got a male friend, I could go to the movies with him. I can go to dinner with him. I can, chill out with him and cuddle with him or whatever like that. Now, I'm not saying that's what everybody does, because I definitely did not do that in my friendship. Okay.
Yeah, me either.
But I'm just saying, like, he fills the space because I'm a heterosexual female. He fills that space for me. He occupies that space. Now, I'm not attracted to him, but he
Mm.
definitely fills that space. If I need to move something, he coming to do it. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But now I'm in a
Yeah.
relationship and he can do it. So I'm not calling him. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Absolutely.
He's there
So
watching us do
so
it
so
Friday.
because now the a part of you has been filled by your now partner or spouse, you don't need to lean on that friendship so much. But then if you the friend, do you feel like you got left out?
I'm sure they do. I don't doubt
Mm,
it for a second. I don't doubt it for a second. Like full disclosure, like I'll be honest. Like when my husband and I first started dating,
mm-hmm.
my friend did make a comment. Oh, so you don't know me no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they got an invitation to the wedding.
And
Oh,
you
you
and
forgot
you
about
know and you know that's melanated people's way of saying my feelings are hurt. Because
that part.
we ain't gonna come out and say my feelings are hurt. It's
Right,
like, oh,
right,
you
right.
got time oh, you see me now. Oh, hey,
And
nice
that's
to meet you. Yeah,
yep,
that's how
yep.
we. That means
Like,
our feelings
oh,
was hurt and we felt neglected.
I sent the invitation for the wedding, and I immediately, I guess when he got it in the mail, immediately got a phone call. Oh, I thought you forgot where I live. Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Oh,
so
you heard
it
her? Oh, your feelings
definitely. Oh, your feelings
hurt?
is hurt. Okay, got it, got it. Because it's just, I don't know. It really does have a dynamic shift,
Let
and
me
that
ask
is true.
this.
Right?
Let
Hey,
me.
stranger.
Yeah, yes. Oh, petty self. I know I ain't talked to you in a while. Don't be talking about a stranger.
Oh,
L-
me?
Do
You're
you
talking
think?
to me?
Do you think that women have more in their head than men do, or vice versa? Like me as a woman and my man having another female heterosexual friend, would am I more prone to fall into the something more must be going on, or do men do the same thing?
I think we're doing it equally. Men are just not as vocal.
Yeah, that's true.
I think men are just not as vocal about it. I'm not gonna say I'm extremely jealous, but I can be jealous. I can be like, oh, okay,
And
you
Stan say
know,
it's
in
go
a
to the evening.
relationship.
No, Jim said
Yeah, that's what
yes.
I'm saying. Yeah,
Jim said
it's
yes.
probably
You say yes to what? You feel like women overthink more than men do? Is that what you're saying yes to?
yeah,
Yeah,
we're getting
it
it
does.
goes
And then
both
see, that's the
ways.
thing. I do think it goes both ways, but
Yeah,
sometimes I just wonder if is it more women overthinking it than men, or putting thinking more into their friendship
pause.
than men. Mm-hmm.
Let's hop over to the comment section for just a second because this is definitely in the groove of what we just said. So, you said that most guy relationships happen because of church, school, or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, right? So, if that
Mm-hmm.
is the Joshua Thompson I think it is, he
Mm-hmm.
is a friend from church.
Oh, okay. Hey, church friend. Hey, church
Look at
friend.
that. Look at God. Welcome to the show. But yeah, it's like seriously speaking, that is definitely how these relationships sprout and how they spawn and how
Mm-hmm.
they take place. But yeah, I'm with Stan. They definitely go, I would say consistently both ways. Oh man, these questions is coming in. Let's see what we got for these comments.
Definitely depends on the type of you are. Yeah, person you are. I used to have that conscience. I don't anymore.
Um,
Joshua said, "You."
so that is the Joshua I was thinking it was.
Hmm.
Depends on the type of person you are, but yes, it does go both ways. That's a fact. That's a
Yeah.
whole fact. It's like I don't have those necessary stipulations, but I definitely could be like, okay, who is she? And if he
Like
hesitates to tell me who she is, now we might have
we
problems.
might have a little
But
problem.
the fact
Mhm.
that she exists does not
No,
bother me.
got you.
I don't care that she exists. I like how could I possibly expect my husband to only have friends that are guys? Like, are you serious?
I
I have
think I
other
might have some
questions.
questions.
I
I
was gonna
think
say I
I,
got other
I
questions,
think I might
bruh.
have some questions. Like, you all
I have
right?
other
Is something you
questions.
want to
If
tell me? And
That part.
see, that's the part that make me feel like it's a woman thing. The men be like, well, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. I got all guy friends, she got a problem. I got a girlfriend, a friend, she got a problem. I can't win. You right, you can't.
You can't, and that's a fact. And if you spoke your mind, I would feel the same way, but you won't tell me
Mm-hmm.
nothing. So I'm gonna keep living my life. Um, let's see. It depends on the dynamic of the friendship. That is an entire fact.
Yeah.
Are we going on dates? Are we talking on the phone late at night? Are you doing this? We get ready to turn the corner, friend. You see the comments? Um,
Uh-huh.
all of those things do play a major part. Stan said, "We grown." You go. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't put it on the screen. Y'all forgive me. We grown. You
Mm-hmm.
gonna do what you want. If something doesn't seem right, I'll address.
Yeah.
Stan, can I give it up for Stan one time? Because I agree with
Mm-hmm.
that. I think that's the best said. I couldn't say it better. I don't think we
And
could.
that's what we always go back to is like communication is key. And the hey stranger is not always the way to start the conversation. But all right, I see you in your feelings. Let's talk about it, and addressing it and saying something about it. Okay, the work wife. Uh-huh.
That's why I
The
said we about to turn a corner. What
the
about
work
the work
wife.
wife? Oh, and the work husband. Now, don't exclude the work
So
husband.
now we having a work wife experience. So I'm gonna go ahead because I like to be transparent. So my husband had what I called a work wife. She always looked
Woo!
out. He looked out for her. She looked out for him. They was cool, and it was fine with me always. I never for a second thought anything about it until one time he shared a story with me about her that I felt was just a little too much of an intimate detail. Like I just was like, I don't see like most women, even if we just friends, sharing that with somebody that you're not closer with or thinking to be closer with. You know what I mean?
Keep going. I just put
So,
it on the screen. We don't have to call it out.
uh-huh. I was like, so and I didn't stay in my feelings long. I just was like, well, that was a little intimate. What was really going on? And once he said what's really going on, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't take it first time. And I might not have took it the second. It might have took 3 times for me, like, be like, okay, girl, you tripping. But no, yeah, it did. Like I did. After a while, I was like, what's really going on here? And it wasn't even so much. I felt like my husband. I just didn't know the work wife enough to know where her intentions were, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's not funny. I'm not even commenting for this. Now I'm about to get mad all over again. we'll talk about that one together, the four of us.
Oh man, we gotta talk about that one in person. All
Because
right,
I'm
but
actually
yeah.
not even sure I ever bought it. I don't know if I bought that up.
Oh wow.
So I
Okay.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he knows that. So I'm not going to bring that up right now.
Let's see.
So
So
in
in
the
the
event he
go
or
ahead.
she has an issue and wants you to cut ties, will you be willing without a fight or argument? Nah, man, not without a fight or argument.
Come on now.
What fun is that?
I need to see how bad you want this.
I
Okay.
want to.
You want me to
I want
cut
to
them
know
off,
how bad it's bothering you. I need you to throw a
right?
whole tantrum.
Now, you can answer that as a guy. You're welcome to answer that as a man. However, as a female, it's going to be all the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming with all the smoke.
All
And
the
it's going to
drama
be
and
like,
all the
why are
extraness.
you so insecure? Why are you scared? What is he doing that you think he's doing?
Yeah,
It's going
yeah,
to be
all of that.
all of that.
Mm-hmm.
All of that. But as a man, and I see we've got quite a few men chiming in tonight, and I
Yeah,
love that. What do y'all think? Is it gonna be kicking and screaming if you're asked to cut them off? Stan said, if she has a valid reason, I'll fall back. If you're dealing with personal insecurities, not my problem.
yeah. And I think in that particular situation, it wasn't like my personal insecurity. It's like I said, I didn't know the person, so I don't know her intentions. And I also feel like sometimes you ain't know her that long, so you ain't paying attention to her intentions either.
Listen, my thing is this, all right? Here's how I would feel. Like if I have to listen to you share a new story about her every day, I got problems.
Yeah.
Because when are
Mhm.
you gonna stop for a second and ask how my day was? Why do I have to listen about her day all the time?
You
You
know
get what
what
I'm
though,
saying?
and you
Like,
know that happens because honestly, if you think about how many waking hours you spend with people, you spend more waking hours with the people at work.
that's true. That's
You
true.
spend
But
more
at the
time
same time,
awake
it's like,
with
how
the
was my
people you
work
work
day?
with.
I
Yeah.
shouldn't have to listen to the trials and tribulations or days of our lives version of her life. I should be able
Yeah.
to
Like
also share.
if I hear the work drama and the stuff at work, that makes sense. But then when I start hearing intimate details, I'm like,
Or she ain't happy with her husband. Why she telling you?
yeah, why she
So
telling you that for? What
her
you supposed to
boyfriend
do
get
about
on her
that?
nerve, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like, bruh, like the conversations. Why am I sweating? Oh my gosh. The, the guy friend that I have, it
Might
was
be
just
all that
like,
sugar and that fruit punch you're drinking.
bruh, it is a lot of sugar in this fruit punch.
It is.
It's a lot of sugar in this fruit punch. but but yeah, it's just a matter of understanding. Like bro, I lost my thought, friend. I was doing good too. I was about to go on a tangent. We got a comment in the chat, and I'll come back. If that's the
Mhm.
case, I'm a work hoe. I encounter a lot of people on the daily.
Shut up. We know you encounter a lot of people on the daily, but it's just like when you start having a lot of intimate details with somebody at
There we
work,
go.
it
The
raises a red
intimate
it
details.
raises a
It
little
does.
flag.
It
Raises a
does.
little flag. Cuz just like we were saying, like that intimacy between your friend that you've been friends with since elementary school is understood cuz you guys have years of growing up together and creating a more intimate friendship. But an intimate friendship with somebody you've been to work with and y'all been working together for 5 years, Mm-mm. What y'all doing in between work?
Right.
Y'all lunch breaks must be real heavy. Like, what's going on? Because
Right.
if you're
Like,
supposed to be working, how you know all of this?
or, oh, friend, I gotta throw one out there, and this goes for those that are viewing as well. Please drop a comment down below. Your answer to this question, friend. What if your husband came home from work and was like his work wife had brought him lunch?
Well, that's usually what the work wife does.
Wait, every day, every week.
That's
Like
usually
it's
it.
her.
Just
She
depends.
brings him lunch. She cooks for him every day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm about to play devil's advocate because, like Linda said, what if she? What was that sound?
My glass going across the table. Sorry.
Girl, because that definitely sounded questionable. I was about to
Yeah,
say,
it was me moving the glass across
I
the
was gonna
counter.
say if you got
Mhm.
gas, just say that.
You know
Um,
what? I don't got time.
but yeah, imagine his work wife cooks for him every day and brings him lunch. But would you? I saw a video on TikTok. The girl was like, his work wife done bought him lunch, and then I was like, no. So she got a whole TikTok thread of her preparing her husband
Her
lunch
preparing
every
her
day
husband lunch. And I think
because
I
she
saw
ain't
that,
got
and
time.
her lunches wasn't all that great.
But
If
still, she
anything,
started
look,
preparing for her
if
husband.
anything, I'm gonna tell her she need to make 2 plates. I
Send me
need
one.
enough for you to bring me some home.
That part. Stan said, did she personally cook for him? Yep, Stan, let's say she did. She personally cooked for my husband. And my
Yeah.
husband came home and said, oh no, babe, I'm not hungry. I got a little lunch left over.
Now, what if he put your food to the side
That's what I
for
just
hers?
said too.
That
Stan,
is what you
ooh,
just said.
Stan.
Yeah.
Stan, if you
Nah,
wanna
babe,
if
I'm
you
good.
wanna
I
light
still
a
got some
fire,
leftovers from lunch. Mm-hmm.
woo, that'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
You
ain't
ain't
got
got
time
to
for that.
worry about me. Friend, how would you feel if your husband
I'd have all of the attitude, especially if I cooked and you telling me you ain't hungry because you got some food, or you
mm,
ain't hungry because you ate enough of what some. What? I get mad if you picked up food and I cook.
didn't we have an episode talking about what the
Well,
woman do
wait
to
a
the man
minute.
duty?
Wait a minute
Hold
now.
up. Do not.
Wait a minute. I'm just going, you know what? Because you my brother, I'm going to say that you typed it as quickly as possible and you didn't think through that entire statement. Because
Did you
why
let
is
it
it my
marinate?
job? Who ain't nobody daggone job. It's a courtesy. You know
Oh
what? I ain't got time.
boy.
I'm about to be done with them. Shout out to the cooking work wife.
Friend, have you tested out that mute feature that we have here in the studio?
I have. We have used it before. We have muted some
Uh,
people, but we are not going to mute your husband.
Woo! That'll do it.
Mhm,
Listen.
mhm, mhm.
But yeah, how would you said that you would feel a type of way? I really would as well. Like I like just being honest and being transparent, being a little, a little smidge of vulnerable. Friend, did you notice I was missing my thumbs?
Oh no, what happened?
Girl, my nail was lifting, and when it was lifting, I couldn't take it. My brain could not handle that a piece of my
Yeah, I
nail.
don't like that. That's why I don't wear them because as soon as they're not perfect anymore, I'm ready to peel them off.
Yeah, because these are my actual nails. I just have an
Hmm.
overlay. And so it's like when my nail was sticking out, I was driving home yesterday and my nail, it had got hooked on my hair when I put it through. And I was like, oh no. And so I slid the thing across. My nail was nice and long, but then it was chipped on the side. So I just went ahead and broke it off and filed it down.
I knew one of them was gonna say it. Let's stay on topic. I was waiting for one of them to say it.
Listen, we are a conversational podcast, and this is seriously how our
that
conversations
that
go.
was a conversation. That was part of the conversation.
That was a part of the conversation. My nails matter. Okay. My nails matter. Fran, we gotta one of these episodes, we gotta talk about the White Lives Matter t-shirts that Kanye had on. But let's get
I
back
don't
to
want to talk
this.
about that. We can talk about it real quick. I think we need to stop giving attention to ignorance. That's you.
Lord, how? I'm on do not disturb.
Yeah.
Y'all, we
Yeah.
ain't got but a few minutes left. We ain't
Apparently,
got but a few
you're
minutes
being
left.
disturbed.
Clearly, we only got a few minutes left. That was shameful. Well, not really. That means somebody loves me. And no,
I
it
don't
was
know, but
not
I
my
silence
male
my phone
friend.
because I know you fuss at me if my phone go off.
Listen, that was the computer. We are dedicated.
And it's not even me. I feel like that's usually me. I'll
How
keep
do I
going.
turn it? Like, stop it. Give me a second until tomorrow morning. All right, so I put it back. Y'all, we ain't got but a few minutes left, and clearly I need to go. I gotta go because I got a call coming in.
Somebody needs you. You getting a call.
But no, let me see here. We got a couple of comments, and then I'm gonna say what I was about to say there. So, if the work wife is willing to cook daily, best believe she's trying to get that work. Ooh, I,
Okay. Okay.
I
I
didn't
believe the
mean it.
same.
I
Cause I
didn't mean
think about this is me too. I put myself in that situation. And the only reason I would be willing to cook for somebody at work every week, every day of the week is because I want more from them than just this work friendship. That's just me. So of course I would question her intentions and her motives of cooking for my husband every doggone day.
But did he say she's trying to get that work?
She trying to get that work. She trying to get dessert. I believe that's what I believe that is the consensus here.
Can we talk about how this is going
Trying to get
left?
it's definitely going left because it's a shame though because I feel bad for somebody who actually just has genuine intentions and they might just like to cook and they be having extra stuff and they just bring some. But I'm still going with my gut that says if she cooking for you every day, ladies, don't send your man to work hungry. I don't know. I feel like you and Ganja need to have a conversation because I feel a lot of shade. With my sunglasses, it's like
Girl,
getting real dark. It's
I'm
getting
so
real bright
done. She said, "Is your male
here.
friend calling?"
Getting real, getting real bright over here. Getting real bright.
Girl, listen, I
I had
need
to put
some
the dark
shade.
shades on for.
Listen, can we be honest? If I put some shades on, I wouldn't be able to see y'all. I can't see without my little. It just is what it is. But yeah, it's.
Yeah, we're done. So, friend, let's give them a word for the week. I think we're
Oh,
done.
oh
We
boy.
have gone all the way left
Woo!
now.
All right, listen, can
Yeah.
we need to make a sincere plea though, for real, for real. If you have any conversations that you want to see the Melanin Mindset have live on a Monday night, please go ahead and drop your comment down below. Now, let me be real with you though. When you give us a topic, do like Antonia did tonight. Antonia legit wrote this episode for us. You don't have to be that detailed, but at the same time, tell us what you're trying to hear us talk about. That way we can share with you. Oh, okay.
But he's still
Okay.
being shady. I still feel
Listen, for
the
the
shade.
most
For the
part,
most part, LOL.
oh,
I still
is
feel
he
the
coming?
shade. It is
Is he coming for my wifedness? Okay, he's coming for
yes.
my wifedness. Brother, Nappy Dreamer is the best wife literally ever. So do not listen to him. Okay.
Hashtag Nappy Dreamer.
Period. All right, but yeah,
Wife
if you
goals.
want to see if you want to see the Melanin Mindset have a conversation about something that you're interested in and it affects our community, or even it's just something fun to talk about, like tonight was really just fun to talk about to run our
Wait,
mouth.
I'm late. Wait, no, I have to address it because everybody had jokes and we looked over this one.
I didn't. I put it on the screen.
I didn't know what she was talking about though. She talking about because your thing kept
Listen, full disclosure,
ringing.
have not spoken to my who was my best guy friend before I met Kia. Like, I think I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think my husband is who pushed him out. I think Kia is who pushed him out. Like, let's just be honest. Kia definitely came in and took over my entire life. And so
Well,
nobody else has
let
space.
somebody else, let some other people tell it. You did the same.
Anyway, so y'all listen.
You ever see that cartoon, The Replacements?
Oh, listen, I can't. See there, hold on. Let me put this comment because I like how you didn't put that one on the screen. His wife be wifing, period. All right, so
I didn't see that one. Yes, your wife do be wifing.
his wife be wifing all the time. His wife is sweating. Like, what the heck? Thank
Yes,
God I
because we
didn't put
supposed to be
makeup on
saying
tonight.
bye because we was
That's
wrapping
right.
it up.
But I do. I have a point for them tonight. I have a comment. So
Okay.
I saw
Tip
on
of the week.
Facebook. Yeah, tip of the week. My cousin posted on his Facebook, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
a quote. It says, "Having fun is not a diversion from a successful life. It is the pathway to it." So having fun is not a diversion from a successful life. It's a pathway to it. Friend, you realize we only have 5 more episodes until we do our 50-second episode,
Woo, woo,
which
woo, woo,
means
woo.
one
That'll be a
year.
whole year of content.
Y'all give it up for the Melanin Mindset. I'm just saying, we've been at this thing almost a year. We 5 episodes short. All right. And we are thrilled that you've been here along the ride with us. So remember, having fun is definitely not a diversion from being successful. It is the pathway to being successful. And friend, with the level of fun that we insist on having in our lives, we are about to be 2 of the most successful people you've ever met.
And
Okay.
that's on period.
That's a whole fact. So y'all make sure that you share this content with someone you care about. If you're watching the playback, shout out to you one time for the one time. Thank you so much for hanging with us. Go ahead and comment down below where you're viewing us from. And if you have anything that you want to see the Melanin Mindset discuss, please, we're looking for ideas wherever they may fall from. Send us an email at themelanatedmindset@gmail.com or go to themelaninmindset.org and there is like a little form down at the bottom, right? And they can submit. So there is that. So y'all have a great rest of y'all day and enjoy the rest of the week. We absolutely love you with all the love that we can give you. And we will see y'all next week. Same time, same channel. Bye y'all.